In this video, I'm going to be showing you the exact pitch I've been using to close over 70% of prospects I get on a sales call with. And if you were able to close 70% of people you got on a call with, or acquire the skills to get more people on a call, how much would you make? And that's what I'm about to show you. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Andres. I went from being a druggie to scaling an agency to $36,000 a month, founding a software company, and now more recently founding a real estate agency, scaling it to 7 figures and documenting the entire thing right here on YouTube. And all of that in the course of 5 months as a 16-year-old, right? So the first thing you have to understand is that half of sales as an agency owner is just showing that you're different than everybody else and that you're not a commodity. You're not just another person running Facebook ads. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And I'm going to give you all the exact pitches, exact scripts, exact frameworks, everything that I'm using in my own company and my team is using to get the results that we're achieving. So let's get right into it. I'm not here to mess around, right? So the first step, and this is extremely important, is to record a process breakdown video explaining exactly what you do to send it to all your prospects before the sales call. Now, this will, number one, if you actually solve their problems, this will make them 1,000 times more interested. It'll elevate your frame. And most of all, I mean, it'll save you like 20 minutes on every sales call of awkwardly trying to explain your service, right? So this is extremely important. And then after that, this is during the sales call. Now, this is getting directly into the sales call, right? After you've asked all the rest of the questions, you've gone through the entire sales process, and you're about to transition into the pitch, use this exact script, right? Now, I'm not going to go through, I'm not going to like role play this, but basically the idea is like kind of relating it back to what they said, what they were talking about, and then just asking for permission to pitch them and kind of go into the details of your service. But yeah, you can literally say this word for word, right? And then down here, you're basically saying like, okay, and before I get into all those like nuts and bolts and everything, I have to kind of walk you through something really quickly. So can I take like 3 minutes to kind of go through this? It's basically just to see if we could provide you enough value for this to even make sense in the first place, right? And then from there, what you're going to do is come into problem analysis, right? Now, this is extremely important, and this is what's going to set you apart from everybody else that's also pitching them, and what's going to make you look so unique so that they actually value you, right? So an example of this, which is literally the one that we use on calls and everything, is this problem analysis sheet, right? And so this is for real estate agents, obviously. Literally just has one column failure scenarios, every problem that an agent could have scaling to 100K a month or whatever, right? And then it has all the solutions to every single one of those problems all the way down here, right? And then so on the sales call, you'd go onto this sheet and you'd basically be like, okay, now I need to kind of get a better grasp of what you're doing and see if we could provide you enough value. And then essentially you'd walk through each one of these problems and kind of figure out if they have it, right? And then if they have it, you check it off. Now in their mind, they're psychologically thinking, shit, dude, like I have a lot of problems. When at the end of this, you have like half the boxes checked off. They're like, damn, okay, I need to do something. And this makes it seem like you don't just do Facebook ads or any of that. You actually do a lot of stuff, right? You actually solve a lot of problems that they have, right? And so in their mind, it makes them think of you in a different light, right? So this is the first part. This is the one that we use. You can literally replicate this. I'll make a doc that has all of these resources. You can replicate it, and that'll be in the description. You can literally make a copy, change it to whatever works for your niche, and add all the problems, add all the solutions, and use this on sales calls. And then once you've done this, the second step is a basic pitch deck. So what this is doing, the basic purpose of this is just to remind them and kind of refresh them about what you already went over in that video that you sent them before the call, right? And I'll kind of walk you through this right now. Let's go to this doc. So first of all, I'll show you my exact pitch deck that I use on every single call and my team uses. And first I'll explain the framework and then I'll show you kind of how we do it ourselves. So number one, you need a headline, something to hook them in, actually make them listen to you. Number two, a story behind the how/why you created your system. Number three, an outline of your service. So basically reminding them of what you talked about in that video. And then number four, get them to buy in on your service. Number five, after you've done a temp check, that's what it's called, checking that they're actually interested and see how your service could help them. Then you go over pricing guarantees, right? So let me show you how that structure works. Number one, we have the headline right here, right? Number two, kind of the story of how we created the system. So I talk about a study that we ran. I'm not going to play through this whole thing, but you can literally read it. If you want, you can pause it and read it. And so this is the story of how we created the system. And then here, now we start going over what it actually is and refreshing them on the system itself, right? And so we have these three. These are our 3 pillars: brand, content, funnel, right? So we kind of refresh them of this. And one super important key right here is to relate it back to whatever they were struggling with or whatever their goals are that they just told you on that sales call. I'll give you an example, right? You could be like, yeah, and so we also do the content. That way we can drive more traffic, get you more awareness, more recognition. And through that, you're able to get more attention and quote unquote have more conversations, have more people find out about you without you having to talk to people all day. Cause I know you said you're extremely busy and that was kind of a bit of a bottleneck in the business. Do you see how that could help you? Right? And so you're relating each of these pillars back to whatever they're struggling with and back to their goal. Right? And then from there, questions. So on this slide is when you would do the temp check. Right here, I literally have the script. You just be like, from what I've gone over and kind of the structure you've seen in the video and what I've described, like, do you feel that this could help you with XYZ problem to get you to XYZ goal? And they'd be like, yeah, I do. You'd be like, why do you feel like it would though? Right? And now you just probe, you go a little bit deeper into why they actually like your system. And once they've agreed that they like it and it would get them to their goal, then you go over pricing. So for us, 9,000 up front, 3-month partnership. And then we go over the guarantees. So guarantee number 1, that you make an ROI within 3 months, you get a full refund. Guarantee number 2, as long as you use the infrastructure for the next 12 months, you'll close an extra 10 deals from it. Or again, you'll get a full refund, right? And so then after that, basically from there, you'll just stay silent. You'll be like, how does it sound? They'll tell you whatever. You'll go through objection handling and then that's it, right? Very simple. Now recapping a little bit. Number 1, well, first of all, you transition. Number 2, problem analysis to set you apart from all the other random kids that are pitching those same prospects, right? And then number 3, a basic pitch deck to refresh them on what your offer was, to go over your guarantee, over your pricing, and to ultimately just sell them, right? So now I've gone over through this whole thing, and just so you guys know, I'm going to be putting this doc in the description, plus I'll throw in this problem analysis sheet. So you guys can go check that out if you want, and you can literally completely copy and paste, replicate this whole thing into your sales call structure so that you're able to close more deals. But anyways, boys, have a good day. It's Christmas today, so I'm gonna go be with my family. But if you want to reach out to me, if you have any questions, my Instagram is, I'll type it right here, at Andres Contreras official. And I'll help you guys out with anything. You can send me a message, even though to be honest, I probably won't respond because I'm not really on Instagram. I deleted it. But yeah, so either way, besides that, have a great day. Stay blessed, boys, and have a good Christmas.